Okay. So today we're diving into something that a lot of folks find, well, a little intimidating. Life insurance, right?
Right.
But with a bit of a twist.
Uh-huh.
We're looking at it specifically for those of you out there dealing with pre-existing heart conditions.
It's a big one.
It is a big one, and we've got a bunch of materials here that one of our listeners was kind enough to send over
Awesome.
from Diversified insurance brokers.
Okay.
So we're going to take a deep dive into those and, um, hopefully unpack some of this for everybody.
Yeah, let's break it down.
Let's break it down because the big question everyone's always got is, can I even get life insurance if I've got a heart condition?
Yeah, that's like the first thing that pops into people's minds.
It is.
Think game over.
Right. Door slammed shut.
But
Not necessarily.
not at all, actually.
So let's talk about that.
All right.
What are the things that these companies are really looking at when they're assessing an application from someone with a heart condition? Like, let's say specifically someone who's had maybe a heart attack in the past, or they're dealing with coronary artery disease, or maybe even something like arrhythmia.
Yeah, so there are a lot of factors that come into play.
Right.
When they're looking at your application, they want to see, first off, how old were you when you were initially diagnosed? That's
Okay.
kind of a baseline, right?
Makes sense.
Then they want to get into the nitty-gritty of your condition.
Uh-huh.
What type of heart issue was it? Was it like a one-off thing, like a single heart attack,
Right.
or is it something that you're managing on an ongoing basis?
Chronic.
Chronic, exactly. They want to know about the treatments you've had, any procedures, what kind of medications you're currently on.
Oh, wow. So they really do want the full picture.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, they're trying to assess risk.
Right.
They want to understand how likely you are to, have future issues.
And that makes sense from their perspective, of
Yeah.
course.
It's a business, right?
It is a business.
But here's the thing. They also look at your overall heart health right now.
Okay.
How well your heart is actually functioning.
So it's not just about the past.
Exactly.
It's about the present, too.
It's about where you are today.
Got it.
And I think this is where a lot of people might get a little discouraged,
Yeah, I could see that.
They think, oh, I have this history, so I'm automatically high risk. But that's not always the case.
So what can people do, like actively do, to maybe improve their chances?
Well, first and foremost, manage your condition.
Okay.
Follow your doctor's recommendations. Take your medications as prescribed.
The basics.
Exactly. The basics are huge. And then lifestyle, healthy diet, regular exercise, all that good stuff.
That can really make a difference.
It can, because it shows the insurance company that you're taking proactive steps.
You're taking ownership.
Exactly. You're taking ownership of your health.
And I've even heard, and maybe this is a little too in the weeds, but
Yeah.
that even little things like switching from a brand name medication to a generic can sometimes have a positive impact.
Oh, absolutely. Because it shows them that you're being cost conscious about your health care.
Wow. Okay, so let's say someone's doing all the right things, managing their condition,
Yeah.
living a healthy lifestyle, and they're eligible for life insurance. What are their options?
So, according to this material from Diversified Insurance Brokers, there are 3 main types of life insurance policies that people in the situation typically look at.
Okay, walk me through them.
All right. So, first up, we have the fully underwritten policies.
Okay, fully underwritten.
Now, these usually offer the lowest rates.
Oh, that's attractive.
Right. But there's a catch.
There's always a catch.
Always a catch. They require a medical exam
Oh.
and a
right.
pretty thorough review of all your health records.
So they're really going to dig deep.
Oh, yeah. They're going to want the full story.
So more risk, potentially more hoops.
Makes sense, right?
It does, yeah.
Now, if that sounds a little too intense,
And it might for some folks.
there's another option, simplified issue life insurance.
Simplified issue. Okay.
This one's kind of like the middle ground.
Okay.
No medical exam required.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But shoot, there's got to be something.
But you will have to answer some pretty detailed health questions.
So they're still going to get their information.
Oh, yeah, they're going to find out what they need to know.
But it's maybe a little less invasive.
Exactly, and often the approval process is a lot faster.
Okay, that's good to know. So what's the third option? What if even simplified issue feels like too much?
Well, then you've got guaranteed issue.
Guaranteed issue. All right,
This one's pretty straightforward.
lay it on me.
You're automatically approved.
Really? No questions asked?
No health questions, nope.
Wow. That sounds almost too good to be true.
Well, there is a trade-off.
Figure as much.
Usually the premiums are going to be higher,
Okay, higher premiums. That makes sense.
and it often comes with something called a graded death benefit.
Graded death benefit. Okay, now you're going to have to break that one down for me.
All right, so imagine this. You get the policy, and let's say, unfortunately, something happens within the first couple of years.
Okay.
Your beneficiary, the person you've named to receive the money, they might only receive a portion of the full death benefit.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, it's a way for the insurance company to kind of manage their risk,
So it's like a waiting period almost.
In a way, yeah.
And then after that initial period, they get the full amount.
Exactly. So there are definitely pros and cons to each type of policy.
Yeah, no kidding. So many things to consider.
Right.
I can see why people find this so confusing.
And that's why I always say it's crucial to have an expert on your side.
Someone who can really guide you through it.
Absolutely. Someone who understands all the nuances of life insurance, especially for people with pre-existing conditions.
And speaking of experts, diversified insurance brokers, they really play up their expertise in this area.
Mm-hmm.
The fact they even say they didn't help secure the best possible rates for their clients.
Well, it's great that they specialize in this area. It means they likely have a good understanding of the market, but I always encourage people to shop around.
Get multiple quotes.
Exactly.
Don't just settle for the first thing you see.
Compare what different providers are offering, their rates, their terms, and then choose what feels right for you.
It's your life. It's your decision.
Exactly. You're in the driver's seat.
So the main takeaway here, I think, is this. Having a heart condition doesn't automatically mean you're out of luck when it comes to life insurance.
Absolutely. It's about finding the right policy for your individual needs and circumstances.
And guess what? Those needs and circumstances are unique to you.
No, two people are the same.
Exactly. So for you, our listener out there, think about your specific situation.
Yeah.
What kind of life insurance policy do you think might be the best fit?
Mm-hmm.
What are the factors that matter most to you in making this decision? Lots to think about, huh?
Yeah, lots to consider.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive, but we'll be back soon with another one.
See you next time.
Take care.
Bye. SEI